What's up, y'all? Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. We are back to explore some more. And I'm coming at you with some heat. You know it. So let's, you know what I mean? Let's see what we got. Today, we always looking at the financial system. We always looking at the governments. We're looking at things around the world. So, get into it. No need to keep talking about it.
Would pay for this kind of concierge service for illegals, I think is outrageous. Will you end the use of the CBP One app?
Yes, Senator, if confirmed, and I have the opportunity to be secretary on day one, CBP One will be shut down. There's data and information in there that we will preserve so that we can ensure we know who's coming into this country and who's already here that we need to go find, but also we make sure that there's another program, CHNV, which I'm sure you're very familiar with, where our federal government actually paid to fly people into this country directly from other countries without any vetting or knowing who they are. So there's several of these programs that need to be eliminated, and we need to ensure that we're following legal immigration laws.
I'm glad you just mentioned CHNV. This is this is a mass parole program. Of course, as you know, our law allows parole in only very limited circumstances. There are two circumstances, and it requires case-by-case evaluation. The present administration, soon to be gone, has granted mass parole in direct defiance of the law, not case-by-case evaluation. The CHNV program is one of those instances. Will you put a stop to this abuse of our parole law and our asylum system?
Yes, we will go back to case-by-case evaluation of these parole cases and ensure that we have more resources if you will partner with us to make sure that our legal immigration system is fully utilized, that we have more judges, more immigration courts so that we can process people legally and make sure that they are going through that process rather than like Joe Biden has done, use this as an excuse to allow people to come into our country with no consequences.
You don't think we should change the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour?
To recap on that, but I have a guy at work, a Mexican friend, Hispanic friend, I don't want to say, but I have a Hispanic friend at work, and he's from Mexico. So, and he was telling me that back in his town, his city in Mexico, like it's being flooded with so many foreigners, like Venezuelan, everybody that's trying to come into America, but they're flooding into Mexico to get in through the border. And before, they would let Mexicans and, and still Americans, they let you cross the border without a passport if you're driving, or walking, But now it's becoming so crazy that people are spending hours in line across the border, to try to get into America, and these cities that's in Mexico is, like I said, was being flooded to the point where it's so many people on the streets, the crime rate went up, you know, the economy kind of crashed. It was probably good because there was so many people there at first, like yeah, money was coming in, but it ultimately, crashed the system, and that's what the problem is right now. So I kind of understand. I was talking to my boy, he understood, we don't always agree with everything that we hear, but you know, he feels like his city back at home is a lot better, so I don't know.
No, sir.
Okay. Right now in America, we have over 22 million workers who are making less than $15 an hour, and nearly 40 million people in our country earning less than $17 an hour. Shamefully, the federal minimum wage, despite the efforts of myself and other people here, have not been raised since 2009 and remains an unbelievable $7.25 an hour. Will you work with those of us who want to raise the federal minimum wage to a living wage to take millions of Americans out of poverty?
Senator, I believe that the minimum wage is more of a statewide and regional issue.
3.
I think states should raise minimum wage. Heck yeah, I can always use more money.
2, 1. Bitcoin, Solana, Avalanche, Sui, Toncoin, Chainlink, Pepe, Near Protocol, right? You listen? BitTiers or Tau, and Virtuals. I just gave you 10. Virtual Protocol. I just gave you 10.
Hey, Know what you hold. Please know what you hold. I'm here. I'm here. I'm riding. I'm on a roller coaster. You know, people talking about wealth that I ain't never seen in my life. I'm here for the roller coaster. Shoot, I want to see. I need to know. I need to know. But he gave you 10 of them. Gave you 10 good ones. You know, do your research on them. I'm not a financial advisor in any way, but, you know, I'm just here to bring information to the people.
SpaceX is now saying there was a rapid, unscheduled disassembly. We cannot confirm that that's breakup from the Starship, but it did happen right when we want to be careful, obviously, because, you know, still can't say 100% with certainty that that's what it is.
So SpaceX, as you mentioned, just put out the statement saying that there was a rapid, unscheduled disassembly during its ascent burn. They had said that that happened about 8.5 minutes after launch. That's just before or around Starship engine cutoff. That is supposed to be around 5:45 p.m. That's according to the schedule that is publicly posted online. SpaceX has not confirmed anything beyond that, particularly about re-entry. This is a big question. You see those streaks across the sky, and it's not just this video because we're seeing it all over social media. Again, as they confirmed, they lost the ship, and the next big question is going to be the SpaceX and FAA investigation that inevitably will start. Big question is, will there be a delay? What will they learn from this? This was a test flight. There were successes. That booster, but this, of course, is something that will not only be costly, but a lot of lessons will have to be learned from here.
You know, I need to see more of the successful flights because I see a lot of damaged spacecrafts. You know, like I don't know how people will be like, oh yeah, I want to get on a spacecraft and go into the atmosphere. I could not see it. I could not see it. They blowing up. Like you just paid your way to die. That's what?
Federal lawsuit that accuses Capital One of deliberately underpaying interest to millions of customers. Our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, is here. Got those details? Good morning.
Absolutely. Good morning, Robin. Guys, nice to see you. And you probably know their ad campaign that ends with the question, what's in your wallet? Well, the government says millions of Capital One customers should have a lot more in their wallets. The Consumer Federal Protection Bureau alleges Capital One cheated its customers out of more than $2 billion in interest by creating two
Who has Capital One?
nearly identically named savings accounts, 360 Savings and 360 Performance Savings. The difference, that Performance Savings account offered interest rates 14 times higher than the other one. The government accuses Capital One of misleading customers about the higher interest performance account and even banning employees from telling existing customers about it. So they could have switched and made more interest. They didn't tell them, according to the government.
We're going to be paying off a tremendous amount of debt. We're $36 trillion, want to be there. And we're going to be using a lot of the money that we make. We're going to be opening up a lot of businesses are going to be pouring in because of our tax policy. And we're going to use the money that we made to pay off debt and to reduce taxes. We're going to further reduce taxes. If you remember when we reduced them last time, that brought a tremendous amount. We brought it down to 21%, and that was the biggest tax cut in the history of our country. And nobody ever thought this would happen, but this is what's supposed to happen. We actually ended up taking in more revenue at 21 than we did at 40%, which was pretty amazing. But this will be the most exciting and successful period of reform and renewal in all of American history, maybe of global history. The golden age of America, I call it. It's begun. So it's the golden age of America, and that's what it's going to be. And we hope we don't have any intervening problems because things happen.
Right. I mean, I don't know. He can't. That's a hard topic to talk on Trump, to President Trump, but yeah, he coming in making changes. I don't know. I mean, if you just look at it through history, every president that's been assassinated or his life has been been taken or whatever, they was trying to do good for the people. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to keep talking about it. Politics. Is hard with people, but just keep it rolling.
Hi everyone, it's Sho here. As you know, we have been fighting to protect the constitutional right to free speech for the more than 170 million Americans who use our platform every day to connect, create, discover, and achieve their dreams. On behalf of everyone at TikTok and all our users across the country, I want to thank President Trump for his commitment to work with us to find a solution that keeps TikTok available in the United States. This is a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. As we've said, TikTok is a place where people can create communities, discover new interests, and express themselves, including over 7 million American businesses who earn a living and gain new customers using our platform. We are grateful and pleased to have the support of a president who truly understands our platform, one who has used TikTok to express his own thoughts and perspectives, connecting with the world and generating more than 60 billion views of his content in the process. To all American users, thank you for making our TikTok community such a rich and vibrant space, for surprising and delighting us every day. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to ensure our platform thrives as your online home for limitless creativity and discovery, as well as a source of inspiration and joy for years to come. Thank you. More to come.
I ain't gonna lie. TikTok has been a major influence. TikTok has been a major influence on our lives. Them shorts is going crazy. People can watch a 30-second video and learn so much, or them clips. TikTok is definitely, I say, one of the fastest ways to become known, get yourself out there, be famous, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? TikTok is one of the fastest sites that can get your name out there. So, I mean, and he's paying the people though. He's paying the people. It's helping everybody. So I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, what are you gonna learn off of there that we don't already know? Pretty much, it's a whole lot of stuff that I'm learning off of there that I don't know. But as far as the government wise,
What a lot of people don't understand is that we are so early. I'm going to give you the depth of this and how much growth potential this asset class has. Now, what I'm about to share with you, again, is my opinion. I'm only speaking from my truth and my own paradigm, what I'm doing myself. Do your own research. The next big catalyst right now is going to be the XRP ETF. So if you're new to crypto, an ETF is where you can get exposure to the asset, but you don't own the underlying asset. An example of that is how BlackRock Larry Fink said that Bitcoin is used for money laundering, then flipped the script in 2023 and said it's a flight to quality. And not only did he say it's a flight to quality, but they put the money where their mouth is and they created a Bitcoin ETF, and they're the number 2 holders in Bitcoin through the ETF in the world. So now the next looming ETF is XRP. JP Morgan announced that when it gets approved, it could attract 3 to 8 billion of new inflows of institutions. So this is where you got to put your logical circuit on. The crypto market's around 3.3 trillion right now. And I think the overall market's around 100 trillion. 3 trillion, 100 trillion. And we haven't even had institutions come in yet. So if you're hearing anybody in your circle saying cryptocurrency fraud, just consider the source. It's not wise counsel if you don't want their lifestyle. Getting their information from the media. Here's what's going to happen. And here's how early you are. You are investing before the institutions. Do you realize that's why the SEC went after Ripple? That's why they stalled this for the last 4 years? It makes no sense for this case to go for 4 years. 0 sense. Other than they were trying to slow the train down so they could get deep in the infrastructure, get set up in the banking system, and they'll say, water's warm, come on in, we'll custody your crypto. Wells Fargo Bank, Chase, Bank of America, mark my word, your banks will be custodying your crypto or asking to custody your crypto in the future. So pay attention to January 20th, 2025 when we have a full pro-crypto regime coming in. Number 1, pay attention to Trump's Bitcoin Treasury bill and him enacting his executive order around crypto within the first 90 days. Everybody says it's going to be day 1, but that'd be awesome. But you got to understand, he owns his own DeFi platform. He owns 15 million in crypto. Vivek is creating a Bitcoin treasury for his company. JD Vance owns about 400,000 in crypto. RFK has he said most of his wealth in Bitcoin. Should I continue on? The new Treasury Secretary has to sell his Bitcoin ETF to be the Treasury Secretary, but he owns Bitcoin through the ETF. Number 1 is January 20th, Trump coming in, the new crypto president. Number 2 is the XRP ETF. And number 3, institutions starting to pile into this asset class. Just remember this though. Listen to me. There is no get rich quick. This is a long-term horizon you have to put on. Do not use your wealth to go buy shit like cars and houses and stuff. Use this newfound wealth to get your family out of debt, out of this fucking trap that they created in America, this debt-based society. Get your family out of debt. Learn how to move money through the system. Read the book, Richest Man in Babylon. Get on the right side of the cash flow quadrant. And until you've used this money to free up your family's time, you do not buy things you want. Number 1, pay off the debt. Number 2 is multiply the money by taking the profits and putting it into cash generating assets. And until, and only until, your family's bills, debts, and non-negotiables are taken care of by assets, do you start buying the things you want. Then when you buy the things you want, you buy it with an asset. You take your hard-earned money and you put it into an asset and let the renter pay for the liabilities, or the ETF dividend strategy to pay for the liabilities, or a cash-generating business to pay for the liabilities. What is a liability? Cars, boats, popping bottles at a club. If anybody is constantly showing their cars and all that stuff, that's not freedom. Unless everything they're showing you is paid for by OPM, other people's money. But usually when you get to that point and you're secure in yourself and you're grounded in God, family, protecting your ecosystem at all costs and minding your business because you're too busy running yours, you know.
He said the best thing. OPM. Other people's money. Hey, hey, this is a good talk. Good talk. Let's keep it going.
You don't want to show that shit. You want to be private and keep your lifestyle to yourself. Remember, knowledge without wisdom is destructive. Knowledge without wisdom is destructive. So I hope these posts help. I love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together. Huge warning, red light. That's not me DMing you. I do not invest people's crypto. I do not have a trading platform. People are using my likeness and image, and they are trying to get you to send them crypto to invest for them. We do not do that. None of my team members will ever ask you to send them money, ever. So it's a scam. That's not me you're talking to. I know you want to believe it. It's not us. Report them to authorities. Block them. Delete them. QFS accounts are a scam. You don't need a special QFS account. Stop sending your crypto. Just don't send your money to anybody. Simple. It's your money. Keep it. Learn how to invest yourself. Do it yourself. So what I do have for you is I created resources. Number 1 is people DM me every day around how I use Bank on Yourself cash value life insurance. My family's insured, my money is insured, I bank on myself. But what I do may not work for you. I have team members I staffed up to all 50 states and Canada ready to take your call. It's called a needs assessment. You fill it out, they'll text you, call you, email from Coach JV's team. They will never ask you to send them money directly. We do not get paid by the client. So if somebody's asked you to send them money.
So, I mean, what do y'all think? Today we had that was good. That was good discussion. They say the wealth gap. They say the wealth gap is gonna be like this. This is where we at. This is where the rich can be. Over there somewhere. They're gonna be all the way over there. We ain't even gonna be able to see them no more. So, let's not get left behind on the train. I don't want to get you guys to get fear mongered or whatever, but hey, they say right now is the greatest time to be alive, and I believe it. Not with who's in office, the president, with the way that the world is moving. AI is going crazy, gaming is about to go crazy, TV is crazy, my phone is crazy. What I can do with the laptop is crazy now, world is moving faster and faster. The world is moving at a faster and faster rate, and I'm just here to definitely inspire people to learn more. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment, please subscribe. I need 2 more. I got a sub goal for 10. I need 2 more subs, please. But anyway, if you like what you see, let's go. I'll be back for another one.